Good morning and welcome to another walk. Well, today it's a 6-mile route, starting in the village of Little Humby and finishing over at Little Ponton. It's a fairly windy Sunday today. We're just on the edge of Stormy, which has been battering the country over the weekend. But it's a great opportunity today to get out and stretch the legs and get some exercise. Yeah, maybe not. So I've decided to take a detour already. If I can avoid fields with cattle in, I certainly will. Now the route just goes up here and left anyway, so we're not going to be missing out on any substantial part of the route by going this way. It's a bit of a windy one today. So one of the links to this walk is the actor Richard Todd, who played a number of significant roles in Hollywood films. A couple being Wing Commander Guy Gibson in The Dam Busters. He also played Major John Howard in The Longest Day, based on the D-Day landings and the events afterwards. He himself was a captain in the British Army. He was a member of the 7th Light Infantry Parachute Battalion, which were directly involved in the D-Day landings themselves. Richard Todd lived in both the villages of Little Humby and Little Ponton in his retirement, and he's buried at the church at St Guthlac at Little Ponton. So the actual woodlands here are out of bounds, but the public footpath which leads around the periphery is fine. So the route continues now to the village of Old Somerby. I think that's where we're going to get our flask out and have a drink and a bit of a rest. So if anybody knows why that particular area is called Headstand Corner, please drop it in the comments, because I've got no idea, and the sign looks fairly recent. So the village of Somerby is divided into 3 parts: high, low and old. And it says on Wikipedia that it used to be a colony for the Danes after they made peace with King Alfred in 878 AD. The church has its origins from the 12th to the 15th centuries, and it's dedicated to St Mary Magdalene. Let's go and have a look. Let's see if it's open. Unfortunately not today. It looks like here are the resting places of former reverends. You can see there would have been railings around here. I'm guessing they were taken up for the war effort, which was quite a commonplace thing that happened. It's a shame that the church wasn't open, but I do respect the fact that some churches need to be closed to protect them. Well, we've decided to go and find the pub. It's called the Fox and Hounds, and we're going to have lunch there and split the walk up. So that shows that date is significant, because that was when King Alfred granted the Danes peace and this became their home. Right, so we were going to be going down here, but we're going to be heading this way now to find the pub. Slight detour, but not a major one. So one of the reverends that was resting in the churchyard, I think this might be linked to them. And they left this well, which has been filled in since, but well, I really enjoyed that, but I'm a bit worried now as I've got a full belly and I've got to finish this walk. Good old Sundays, eh? So this path is part of the Cross Britain Way, which I covered on my previous walk. It looks like everything's clouded over a little bit more. There's no rain forecast, but it certainly feels like it should be soon. It's got darker, the temperatures have dropped. So I packed my waterproof just in case. We'll see if we need to use it. Here's that rain I was talking about. I can just feel it starting. Right, that was the lane we were going to go down, which is a part of the Cross Britain Way. But apparently the A1 is closed, or a part of it is, which means there's been a detour. So we're going to head up here and go along the top ridge. So what is usually a very quiet lane is rammed full of cars and lorries. So there's the A1 and traffic isn't moving in one direction. I hope There hasn't been a bad accident. Quite an interesting find. It's a very dark woodland. Well, the roads really aren't meant for high volume of traffic.
You don't see that very often.
Well, these ones didn't like you, Lou. What did you say?
They don't usually run.
They're young ones though, aren't they? They'll be skittish. Little Ponton Hall. Little Ponton was the site of an aircraft disaster where a Fairy Battle Mark 1 was shot down. (1861) on that house. These roads are usually really quiet. I wonder what the residents are thinking. So that's the entrance to Little Ponton Hall. And then the Church of St Guthlac is just up here. So this is the old schoolyard. And the date is 1832.